Welcome back to PJ Chen Design. This is PJ. In this video, I will show you how to model a Cuban link bracelet in the Rhino 3D software and apply cleaner pattern across each link. Are you ready? Let's get started. If we were hiding all the chain here, that's using the hide command, and we can see try to dissect for this one. You can see it is, as long as you have a curve that you can pipe it. So the key is how do we find the correct curve? So that's starting from the scratch. We are gonna coming into the top view, and depends on what size and the shape that you like for each of the link. Right here, I'm going to use the ellipse command. I'm going to snapping into the 0 right here and deciding how big of the link that I like. In this case, I have something like this. Since I'm not gonna print it out, so I'm not gonna really care about the size, but if you do want to print it out, you need to make sure you size accordingly. Now let's take a look on this one. On this curve here, we cannot do much of the editing because it's a degree 2 curve. Anytime we are doing the editing, you're going to see this kind of a kink over here on the 2 point. And that's not what we're looking for. So what we wanted to do first is to rebuild this curve by using the rebuild command. And with the rebuild, we don't need to add in more point, but we do want to change to the degree 3. So we'll get something like this. Okay, so first of all, we need to kind of adding in those points. I'm going to pick up this point, and within the gumbo, I'm going to moving up for 3 millimeter, for example, and to see if that is the correct height. It look all right there. And then I'm going to pick up the opposite, this one, and I'm going to move it -3. All right, so whatever you move it to the top, you want to move it to the bottom, and let's give it a try. Let's say if I wanted to piping this guy right here, and for whatever that size, probably going to be something like this, and we'll get this, right? And then I'm going to moving one next to it, and to see if this is blocking. As you can see, it's blocking there. So that means I actually need to have the curve going up and down even more, right? So in that case, I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna again pick up this point, and let's go up 2 more points. So let's go 2 up. And this point and this point, let's go -2. So you kind of need to know like what kind of the size that you're dealing with, and let's do it one more time. If we wanted to pipe it simply and to do something about this size, and that's having this, and we're gonna again using the gumbo move it to the side, double, making a copy, and it get really close. All right, so I guess we are really close there, but we do need a little bit bigger, so that a little bit more deviation. So I'm going to pick up this one, and let's go up to 2, and this one, let's go -2. All right, so you might need to try a little bit to find what is the best size for you. There's no standard. You just need to try. It's because maybe the thickness is going to be different. Maybe the size of the oval starting different. So that's why there's no standard size. All right, so I'm going to have something look like this, and hit enter, and that's moving again, and to make sure it is not touching. All right, so that is good there. So we have this one, it's going to fit. We're going to delete everything. Now let's keep this curve right here, and then we actually need to design the pattern. So the pattern is gonna go something like this. I do not want it to be way too big. It's because the pattern we are going to create is going to create a thickness right there. Sweep one rail, you got cross section right there. You notice that the surfaces no longer keep exactly the same diameter. Is because our cross section doesn't follow with our rail 90 degree. What I mean is I'm going to making a copy right here, Control C and Control V, and I'm going to tilt it one of it to be something like this. Okay, let me put it on the side view so you kind of know what I am doing here. And in fact, I'm going to using this new one, I'm gonna turn it into the red color. All right, so for comparison, if I'm going to use the sweep one rail and I'm gonna pick up this rail and this is the cross section and we're going to get something like this. See, the foam is more uniform and it's more like a pipe there. So we are going to use this red one instead of the other one. And let's go ahead to delete this black one. All right, so to creating the pattern, we need to divide it, this one. So we're gonna use the divide command. And with the divide command, it's going to ask you where the seam is. Since it's a circle, it doesn't really matter. And depends on how many sections that you wanted to have. So let's say I wanted to have 20 sections. Let's take a look on the pattern that we have and see if this is the distance that you like. All right, let's hit enter right there. So now we have this dot there, and this dot or the point is actually dividing the distance in between. So let's say if I'm going to piping somewhere from there and with about 0.8 millimeter, I should able to get a decent size, and they are going to overlapping. So let me show you what I mean here. The way to creating the pattern, we need to creating the surface first. That's using a sweep one rail. This is a rail, this is a cross section right there. And once you are done, we are going to have this surface right there. So we need to creating the ISO curve follow those points. So let me go ahead on the bottom. We have all snap. Just check on the point and check everything else. And that's using the command extract the ISO curve and hit enter. And we're gonna pick up this surface. And I'm going to snapping on every point. So it's starting here, 1, 2, 3. You're going to extract a 20 line right there. So we want to snapping everything on the point only. That's why on the all snap, we don't want to select anything but just the point. All right. So you want to make sure that you clicked all 20 of them right there and hit enter. So now if I hiding the surface, you're going to see what I have in my perspective. It's bunch of the line there. I'm also going to hiding all of this and just keeping the line that we have. Now we have the line. Let's go ahead to pipe it. I'm going to pipe it for something about radius about 0.4, and let's take a look on it. One thing you need to keep in mind that they need to be touching. If they are not touching, there's no way that you are going to cast this, right? So I guess my gap is a little bit too big, so I'm going to do 1.6 to make it 1.2 for the diameter and see if they are touching, right? Now they are touching. Let's take a look on the render view and see if this is the pattern that you like. If you do like it, I simply just going to group them first, and if you do like them, let's give it a try to see how it linked together. We're going to use the command for linear array, and I'm going to just do 5 of them, and I'm gonna go here and holding my shift to make sure that it is aligned and click on it, and then this is how you get this type of the link. That's the full process for building this Cuban link design. If you wanted to take this further and apply it to your own work, you can find more information about the full program in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next.